Mr. Potter and Tabby spill the beans. Chapter 1. Neighbors. Mr. Potter and his fine cat Tabby lived next door to Mrs. T. Berry and her good dog Zeke. They were all good friends and neighbors. They liked doing things together. They took long walks. They had tea. And sometimes they tried new things. The new things sometimes worked out, and sometimes they didn't. But every new thing was an adventure. Chapter 2. New and Fun. One day, Mrs. T. Berry called Mr. Potter and said she had an idea for something new to try. Something new and fun, she told him. Mr. Potter was trying to fix his faucet. It was drippy. When Tabby tried to sleep in the sink, the water dripped on her head. "I hope the new and fun thing fixes faucets," said Mr. Potter. "Oh, it's more fun than that," said Mrs. T. Berry. "It is a cooking class." "A cooking class?" asked Mr. Potter. A cooking class did not sound like something new and fun to him. "Are you sure about the fun part?" asked Mr. Potter. "Of course," said Mrs. T. Berry. "Trust me." When he hung up the phone, Mr. Potter thought about the many times he had trusted Mrs. T. Berry. "I'm still not sure about the fun part," he told Tabby. Tabby just purred. The faucet wasn't drippy anymore. She could nap until things became new and fun. Chapter 3. 100 Ways. Mr. Potter and Tabby drove to the cooking class with Mrs. T. Berry and Zeke. "Are you sure the class is only beans?" asked Mr. Potter. "Yes," said Mrs. T. Berry. "We are going to learn 100 ways to cook them." Mr. Potter looked at Tabby. He did not want to learn 100 ways to cook beans. What he wanted was an ice cream soda. He wanted an ice cream soda with strawberry ice cream and a cherry on top. He did not want beans. He did not want 100 ways to cook them. But he wanted to make Mrs. T. Berry happy. And sometimes their new things worked out. When they had gone to the hair show, he had won a case of shampoo that made a very good doorstop. And when they had gone to the bug festival, he had seen a whole new side of Tabby. Mr. Potter would make the best of beans. Chapter 4. Beans. The cooking class had many students. Mr. Potter and Mrs. T. Berry were the only ones who brought pets. The teacher said Tabby and Zeke were welcome, but they had to stay under the table. Mr. Potter did not think Zeke could stay anywhere longer than 2 minutes, but he didn't tell the teacher that. He also didn't tell the teacher that he wanted an ice cream soda. He told himself to think about beans. Only beans. Beans. Chapter 5. Granola. When the teacher showed the class the first way to cook beans, Mr. Potter was wide awake. Tabby was purring. Zeke was scratching. And Mrs. T. Berry was taking notes. When the teacher showed the class the 7th way to cook beans, Mr. Potter was yawning. Tabby was purring, Zig was sniffing, and Mrs. T-Berry was taking notes. And when the teacher showed the class the 14th way to cook beans, Mr. Potter was snoring, Tabby was snoring, Zig was chewing on somebody's granola bar, and Mrs. T-Berry was taking notes. Then the woman who owned the granola bar that Zig was chewing on decided she needed a snack. She reached under the table to put her hand in her purse. But her hand did not go into her purse. Her hand went into Zig's sloppy, crunchy, gooey, wet mouth full of granola. The woman screamed. Zig barked. Everybody jumped. The table tipped, and beans started flying. Chapter 6. Wide Awake. It takes a lot of beans to teach a class about 100 ways to cook them. And it is amazing where beans can land once they start flying. All of a sudden, Mr. Potter and Tabby were wide awake. Mrs. T-Berry had stopped taking notes. Zig was eating the 1st and the 7th ways to cook beans. And the teacher had fainted. It looked as if this was going to be one of those new things that didn't quite work out. Chapter 7. Sodas. At the ice cream parlor, Mrs. T-Berry helped Mr. Potter pick beans out of his collar. Mr. Potter helped Mrs. T-Berry pour beans out of her purse. And Tabby and Zig helped each other with a banana split. At least I learned 14 ways to cook beans, said Mrs. T-Berry. And I learned how to sleep standing up, said Mr. Potter. They both took a sip from their ice cream sodas. They both looked at Tabby and Zig. And they stayed under the table, said Mr. Potter. Yes, said Mrs. T-Berry. At least while it was still standing.